As business owners, we have to keep up with the times, and podcasting for small businesses is the one that we all need to be doing. It is the era of the creators economy. The creators economy will be $500 billion. This is where you can showcase your expertise, really be a thought leader in what you do, and really connect with your audience. And through this process of visibility, building brand and community, that is how you're going to actually keep up with the times, because you really have to. The world is changing, and if we don't understand that, we're going to get left behind. You need to build trust with your customers. They need to see you. They need to see what you do. And you have to have fun. You have to have fun what you do. Everybody's unique, and you're just showing your uniqueness to the world, and you're just inviting people to join you on the journey. Hi everyone. So power of podcasting, I've had such great conversations already. As business owners, we have to keep up with the times, and podcasting for small businesses is the one that we all need to be doing. What is a podcast and what is podcasting? Does anybody know what podcasting is? Anybody listen to podcasts? So it is a digital recording that's uploaded on the internet, and then a user can download it. So Apple, Spotify, and video podcasting is the one that everyone should be doing. And that is just a video recording than audio. Audio is traditionally done, but now video is much more popular. So we're going to talk about that. Famous podcasters. Now, Diary of the CEO is one of the biggest podcasts at the moment. And even though Stephen Bartlett has been on Dragon's Den, he has multiple businesses, but I think everybody knows him for Diary of a CEO. Harrods has a podcast. Actually, I didn't know that, but Harrods has a podcast. One of the most biggest podcasts is probably the dawn of all podcasts is Joe Rogan, and he has a Joe Rogan Experience. Spotify paid him $250 million for Spotify. Mel Robbins is a great podcaster. She's a female entrepreneur in America, and her podcast is amazing. She does well-being, health. Hillary Clinton started a podcast with her daughter. So even politicians have their own podcasts. And Crime Junkie has something like 1 billion downloads. And it talks about murders, mystery, crime, and it's a really popular podcast. So you can have a podcast in any genre. Whatever your industry is, finance, health, well-being, anything you can think about, you can have a podcast. What's your favorite podcast? Does anybody have one? Yeah, I think it's a very popular one, and it comes out every week, and he has amazing guests, and he has amazing setup. But it started slow, and he started actually in his bedroom recording his audio, and now he's one of the biggest podcasters. So, why podcasting? In 2021, 19.1 million podcast listeners in the UK. Now, by 2026, there's going to be an increase of 28 million. That means if people are consuming, who's creating? We all are, and that's what we need to do. It is the era of the creators economy, and we need to be a part of it. Goldman Sachs has done an article about the creators economy. By 2027, the creators economy will be $500 billion. And I think we all need a piece of that. So very exciting, and it has great potential. So these are some of the benefits. Visibility. So as a business owner, we must be creating content, because how else is our business going to reach our customers, our clients, our audience? A really great fact about the American elections is that Trump was the most visible candidate for the elections, and that's how he actually won. Being on podcasts, on long-form content, on YouTube, on channels, he actually won the elections because of visibility. And that is a big factor. So if he's visible and he can be elected, we can get some business, some clients, and some sales. The second one is building your brand. In 2025, This is the buzzword. If you don't have a brand, you're not going to get recognized. This is where you can showcase your expertise, really be a thought leader in what you do, and really connect with your audience. Having a video podcast builds trust, and we want to build trust with our customers, and that is how you are going to get opportunities, partnerships, collaborations. The third opportunity is creating your community. And I don't know if you've heard of it, but like Elon Musk has this big cult following with Tesla. Somewhat, we don't want a cult following, but we don't, as everybody's going to the moon. But community is so good for, have you heard of 1,000 true fans? Have you heard of that concept? It means that if you have 1,000 true fans who are really invested in your mission, in your movement, in your brand, what it does, you can actually earn a 6-figure income from it. It's a theory that is very popular. So building a community, you can go on retreats, you can create memberships. Yesterday, I was listening to a really fascinating podcast with Andrew Tate. Love him or hate him, he is one of the biggest brands out there. He has a membership, and just take a guess how much he earns from 1 month from his membership. Just give me a guess. Just guess, any number.
10 grand.
No.
200,000.
No.
Half
No. No. Higher. He earns $13 million from 1 month of membership. He's created a brand. He's visible. He's created a brand, and then he created a community. So in 1 month, he earns 13 million. If we could just have 1,000 true fans, I think that we could all do really great in our business. So, I mean, there are normal people who have built their brand over time. And through this process of visibility, building brand and community, that is how you're going to actually keep up with the times, because you really have to. The world is changing, and if we don't understand that, we're going to get left behind. That's the main thing. So I am an ex-IT teacher, 20 years of image and branding. As a reporter on the BBC as well, been podcasting in Dubai from 2018. I started with audio, then went to video. And I host my own podcast for entrepreneur women, changing the perception of Asian and Arab women in the Middle East, because that's where I started. It's called Style Moguls. I've done 85 interviews with amazing entrepreneurs. And after 100, I'm going to Dubai to record another 10. These are some of the things why you need image and branding and why it's so important. What it does, it creates a signature style for you. So you're recognized when people are scrolling through your feed, you're recognized, you have a signature. I've designed diplomats to divas, to corporates, to celebrities, everyone. And when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you will be more confident on camera. And when you're confident, you'll have more trust with your audience. Your audience won't feel awkward looking at you, because if you feel awkward, then everybody will feel, they won't want to look at the podcast in the first place. So I've designed, anybody know Spice Girls, Baby Spice? Her husband has a boy band called Damage. I rebranded them. Aisha Khan her husband was on Dragon's Den, James Khan. On the BBC, this is Ram Prakash, cricketer. And I'm also a makeup artist, so if you have any imperfections or anything that you feel that you're not looking good on camera, I can transform anyone into a celebrity. I've done it for 20 years. Give me anyone. So I was at Annabelle's, was a head makeup artist for Musayaf, who has the biggest emerald in the world. So yeah, a couple of people that I've styled. And this is me. So I've been doing my podcast for 6 years, and it is one benefit that I didn't talk about is your personal development. You will just become a better communicator. Your relationships will be better. You'll just have deeper, better conversations and relationships. You'll have opportunities coming from everywhere. Someone asked me to sell real estate, and I was like, I don't know anything about real estate. Why do you want me to sell real estate? People like you, people trust you, people know you. And so that's the whole factor, that people need to trust you. The main thing in business is people trust you. If they trust you, they will do business with you. And that is the bottom line. That's all that you need. You need to build trust with your customers. They need to see you. They need to see what you do. And through a podcast, you can do solo interviews, conversational, you can do interview styles, you can do group, like a loose women style. Somebody just set up something recently. So there's so many opportunities that come that way. But podcasting, for me, I feel, is something that everybody needs in their business. It is so valuable. It will just transform you. If you start now, and by March 2026, you will become a different person. You will just transform. You look differently, you act differently, you'll have different relationships, you have a different network. Some people just start podcasts just to meet people. They can't get hold of somebody and they want to speak to somebody. Would you like to come on podcast? Yes, okay. Because people like talking about themselves, and people want to share information that is valuable, that's going to help their clients, their customers. I think it's the best thing. Please stop me because I'm a podcaster. I might go on and on. But I absolutely love it. It is, and you have to have fun. You have to have fun what you do. It's something that everyone's unique, and you're just showing your uniqueness to the world. And you're just inviting people to join you on the journey, and that's it. So, any questions, do let me know. Yes?
Sorry, my hand shot up there. You mentioned about these sort of big names.
Yeah.
I mean, it disgusts me the amount that it takes in terms of what he's making on the back of what he's paying. Nonetheless, you say that people start being normal people, but these people have obviously celebrity starts. I think he started on Love Island, is that right? Matthew,
I'm not a TikTok follower.
But what I'm saying is you compare that to Ed Cartledge of Max Ad Recruitment, and as much as I love my brand, how do you go from a standing start?
It's a long form game, right? It's not something overnight. No. It does take time. But when I create your 10 episodes, we're going to strategically align you with your purpose and your personality to create those right people that come on board, so we can borrow their audiences too. So if you have an audience on, say, YouTube, because I recreate your YouTube channel as well, if we have 1,000 subscribers and someone that you bring on has like 50,000, we're gonna then borrow their audience. There's certain things that we can use to get you boosted and get you visible quick.
I would love that.
Just align you in the right places. Someone said to me when I got back from Dubai, because I was living there for 6 years, someone said, you're starting a new business, how will you cope, what are you going to do? And I was like, I know lots of people. He goes, no, it's who knows you, not what you know and who you know. It's like, who knows you? And so it's flipped now. It's completely flipped. So we're going to align you with the people that are in your industry, your experts, and create a guest list of 10 people for the first episode or for your first season that then you're prominent. So the first is the foundation, and people will then just get to know you, what you do. But you have to be out there. You have to talk about yourself. It's self-promotion. You have to do it. But in a podcast, you don't feel so awkward doing an interview. I mean, talking about yourself and your business. You kind of weave that into your interviews. You start talking. Yeah, you're not going to be so overtly doing that. You're just going to mildly educate your audience. Education is my thing because I'm an ex-IT teacher. So it's really educating your people, your audience, your clients. Yeah.
I have a three-parter. In terms of video podcasts, how long should they be? How often should you do it? And where should they live in terms of the final video file?
Okay, so you can do a podcast 20 minutes to an hour. It depends on your own style. Now, it's your own personality and your own style. I can go on for a couple of hours because that's my own style. I like long form. But if you're starting out, 20 minutes is a really good episode. 20 minutes is fine. Every week, because you want to be consistent and do something every week. That's probably the ideal way. And where it should live, it's YouTube, because YouTube is favoring long form content, and that's where we're going to monetize and we're going to make some money.
And can you use things like TikTok to drive traffic through to...
So the best thing is when you do social media, you're there for like half an hour scripting your video and you're trying to look good. This way, we take one form of long content, let's just say an hour, and we split it up and then we distribute it to all the channels like TikTok, Instagram, Shorts, all of them. And what we're going to do is just going to create a teaser. The Shorts are just 30 seconds, a minute, And it's just allowing those highlights of the podcast, like Diary of a CEO. You're just extracting those highlights or a quote or something like maybe controversial or something that goes against your industry to then promote on the social media. But social media it's really hard work. Who's got time to do social media? This way you do one piece of content and you can record on the weekend and do a couple of interviews. You can do 4 interviews on the weekend, do 1 in the morning, in the evening, and then you just spread it out and you do at least 4 in reserve, so you have a few that you keep on going. Don't do more than 4 weeks, because what happens is if you've recorded something 6 months ago, it could be out of date. It could be out of season, trends have changed, you're talking something about summer and you're in winter clothes. It doesn't make sense. It's got to be aligned, visually aligned, because we see somebody first and we make an impression. Then they speak and then we make a judgment. But visually you must be aesthetically in harmony, in balance, aesthetics. Yeah. Any other questions? Sometimes it's very costly to do studios, right? To create to go into a studio and record. So I help you design your own podcast studio, and it could be a section in your home, it could be your home studio, and we brand it to you. So you might say, I don't want any help with the 10 episodes of the first season. I can do everything myself. I can just design the studio for you, align it, do it according to your brand, to your mission. It's got to be purpose and personality combined. And then I visually do it, and we do the cameras, we do the whole setup, we do the lights according to what will make you look the best on camera. So we can even do that. So you might not want to do the 10 episodes. You might say, I just want you to create me a studio in my home or in my office, and that's it. We can do that as well. There's so many ways to doing it.
Any
Yeah.
more questions? Good to go. Look, give it up for
Thank you.